Coach Carter.
Great day.
You're one of your first sunny practices you had in a while. How are you feeding off this energy?
It's always a blessing to get out here in the sun, man. We've been stuck inside, but Coach Walt decided for us to come out, and God blessed us with this beautiful day. So it was a blessing to be out here.
What's the conditioning of the DBs right now? You're working with a bunch of new guys who are trying to learn your system, learn your philosophy. What's it been like working with guys like Kendrick?
Oh, it's been amazing. The good thing, I coached Kendrick at Ole Miss. I got to coach Keeves at Ole Miss last year. Keeves was here. Nolan is the new addition. They didn't get to coach him last year, and those guys come in and work every day. And the guys that's been here before, we're all one family. So when somebody don't know something, we all just help each other.
What's the thing that you've been kind of fine-tuning this spring, you think? Is it route? Is it redirection? Is it being more physical? What's the thing you've been kind of fine-tuning with this group?
I think everything, man. When you go 4-8, you go back and you look at everything you did good and things that you thought you did good, you can correct. So we're just working on technique and being physical, understanding route recognition. Our offense is doing a hell of a job giving us different routes, different things that we have to ID. So those guys, man, been doing a great job. And just the little things. As corner, the littlest thing can get you beat. So the details matter.
Do you look at each game film and kind of dissect everything and then pick up on patterns? What's maybe a pattern that you saw from last year that we often sort of saw this team as being a feast or famine team, giving up the big play?
Oh man, it's just little things, right? Coach Walt talked about it this morning in meetings. It's the little things that got us beat, right? Discipline, technique. Right? I can't give you what we look at, right? That's a trick that I learned with Coach Walt and different guys I've worked with. But just if we do what we're supposed to do, guys have their eyes where they're supposed to be. The defense is built for us to be successful.
What do you think is different about this group of defensive backs compared to maybe what you saw last year? Is there more continuity you feel like?
Or? I think it is. Even adding the new guys, just being around each other, just spending time. Right, I think that's the big thing. Me and Coach will be room is next door, so safeties and corners. Just understanding where guys are going to be at, right? Having a safety like DT, Tone, Joe, all those guys back there help us. So just understanding, you go have guys back there and just finding ways to connect with each other off the field. I always think as a DB room, you got to find things outside of this building to do to just build that camaraderie.
How important has it been, to get two guys like Markevius, like Kendrick, who've been at SEC programs, right. And then you had Kendrick playing at Colorado last season under Deion Sanders, to get guys like that who know what it's like to play elite style of football and bringing that here.
Oh, it's been a blessing, man, to have those guys that I've coached. I don't want to forget Nolan. Nolan won 2 national championships at Georgia. Being able to get him here, man, just having that experience and having older guys to help the young guys and just understanding that they understand football. Now it's just the little things that we're cleaning up with all 3 of those guys. And the good thing about those 3 guys, they hang out all the time. Most of those guys train with the same trainer, so it's been a blessing to be able to talk to them and see what techniques they like and they don't like.
Right.
Just Nyland Green, just sort of talk about the skill set maybe that he brings to your room.
He's special, man. God has blessed him with a trait that you don't really just see 6'2" corners walking around, right? The things that he do out here is just unbelievable. You got to see it on tape at Georgia, and we're blessed to have him. I'm thankful he's in my room.
So you think your room's gotten better from last year to this year, and if so,
we're still improving. Talent-wise, I think we've added more guys that's different, right? We didn't have a guy like Nyland Green last year. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a guy like Kendrick Breelove, right? So being able to add those guys to the room with Derek Rogers and Botros and Markevius, just those guys is a different flavor, right? When you add a different flavor to a pot, you never know what you're going to get, but those guys been working hard. Our receivers are doing a hell of a job, man.
What about Salim Turner Muhammad? Has he been able to be out there this spring? Is he going to find it?
Man, it's been a blessing to see Salim. He's another older guy, came in from Stanford last year, didn't get to play as much. But his leadership, just adding with those guys, man, we have a chance if guys just trust Coach Kane and Coach Walt what they're doing and continue to stack days, right? Some days you have good days, some days you don't, but keep your confidence at DB and understand that, hey, next play up, and those guys are working.
Nice.